The Zamzam River, you can see it.
It's not a river.
Sorry, the Zamzam
It's
well.
like a reservoir. Yeah.
The Kaaba's here. The Zamzam well is what? How many feet away?
I'm not sure how many feet. It's an underground reservoir. What is it? I don't understand what it's... Okay, one second. So, Nana, let me explain something.
My thinking is this. Let me just explain my thinking.
Evidence for Abraham.
One second. No. I'll get... No. This is what I'm saying. Yeah.
Am I not allowed to ask the question?
No, you are. But he said that you can't have double standards. One thing. No, understand. He's got a good point, yeah?
No, he's got a tremendous point.
Yeah.
I'm not disputing
so,
the
but the only...
point. I'm just saying, if I ask you for the archaeological evidence, you could say to me, well, this is the archaeological evidence we have, and then I can go away with that answer.
So,
all right? But I'm just saying...
But what is are you disputing...
If there's a civilization there, because supposedly, who was it that built the Kaaba?
So let me get to that, yeah? First of all, let me address, because you asked quite a few questions. First of all, I understand your academic stuff, yeah? But you don't come to a car park and then ask academic, because academic things are written in books. Do you understand? It's never solved. And as an undergraduate, as a historian, you should know you should never go to a street and ask someone to provide you evidence which are academic in the form of a book. Now, if you have doubt, if your first inquiry, no, please don't ignore it. No, listen.
He's got a good point.
Yeah, I'm telling you at this point I don't. But doesn't mean it doesn't. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Don't listen to him. No. Do you understand? No.
But I just want to say...
One second, I haven't finished, Billah. I haven't finished.
I beg.
Because you asked so many questions.
He interjected. It's very, very important, because Mecca is a holy city. Okay, that's where the Kaaba was first built. If you have no archaeological evidence from Mecca...
No one said that. This is what I'm saying. I said I can't find... One second. I know. I'm saying I'm not a historian.
There's no archaeological evidence, but you go by the physical and textual evidence.
What physical...
One second. We'll catch up.
Outside
One second.
What textual evidence outside the Quran is there?
One second. Nana, listen. Nana, you ask a question and you answer. Listen to him and then you listen to him. No, I wasn't. Just listen, Nana. You bringing in everyone into the kitchen. You're bringing everyone in. I'm speaking to you. Nana. Okay, no. So when you ask a question, let's ask one question. Let's try to answer it, yeah? You can't ask academic questions. You can, but you can't expect. Listen.
You two are both very learned. These are elementary questions.
No, they're not. Asking. No, it's not. Okay, what is the archaeological of Abraham? No, it's elementary. What's the archaeological evidence of Abraham or John the Baptist? Go on.
Hold on a second.
No. Archaeological evidence by your standards, very elementary. What's the archaeological of John the Baptist?
Hold on. Here's what I'm asking.
Or Joshua. How about the kings? How about who wrote Genesis?
Now you're asking numerous questions.
This is exactly what you're doing.
Hamza, do you know what I'd rather do?
Let's say for the sake of...
Hold on a second. Yeah, I'd rather have a one-to-one.
That's what we're doing.
No, we're not. We're having, it's with an audience, and I think sometimes...
Oh, you mean
there's unnecessary pressure. Do you see what I mean?
Okay.
Because my questions are very genuine. You know, as a historian...
And what you said is correct.
Hey, speak to me.
Elementary question.
Okay, look. Let me answer some of your questions. You raised many. Let me ask some of them.
No, hold on a second. Maybe you've got a point in this respect. I'll tell you the point you've got.
No, but let me answer one question at least. One question. Yeah? Okay, basically I was saying Ismail, you have to listen.
Don't go round
Ismail, he was there. Look, are you listening to me, Nana? Wallah, you came to me and you asked, please. Yeah, Ismail, he was the son of Abraham. Abraham left him with his mother Hajar in Bakka. That was known as the Valley of Bakka. Water gushed forth. And it said in Sirah ibn Kathir, you want archaeology, we give you historical evidence, not always archaeological. We have manuscripts, yeah? Ibn Kathir, the historian, Mu'arrikhin, one second, he records, and the people before him, Ibn Ishaq and Ibn Hisham, we have lots of historians. Listen. I'm giving you evidence. No, I'm giving you evidence, yeah? He says that the tribe of Jurham, by following what the Bedouins in the desert do to this day, seeing that the birds are circling in a certain area, they know that water is there. So the tribe of Jurham came to this region where they agreed with Ismail that they would share this water source. To this day, this is still how Bedouins live. They are travelers. They move to area and they set up civilization. And you can't deny this because Makkah is in the middle of a desert. It's not a coastal city. And we have a bustling society and civilization there. How did that arise if that's not how it works?
That's not how it works.
Do you understand?
Don't give it or you don't know.
Yeah. Did I not give you historians? Did I not give you historians?
Hamza.
Outside
Like history. History. Do you deny history?
Outside of Islamic sources, is there any verification for this?
Well, not that I know of now. No. That I have. Yeah, sure. Go. It is.
What's this? Yeah, to me, do you want to stand aside?
It's over.
Just because there's no archaeological evidence,
I agree.
unhistorical. Let's concede there's no archaeological
I agree with that. That's a possibility,
How
but
does that show that Makkah is unhistorical?
because that's the way history
Which one?
works.
Sudan?
Talking about the physical evidence.
This is a market from
There's remains.
In Jahiliyyah. Oh, he's got one.
Carbon dated to that time.
He's got one.
Carbon dated to that time. The skeletal remains.
Yeah, that's physical remains.
Yeah.
That's physical evidence.
Carbon dated to that
Straight.
Look, just because there's no
It got a bit messy.
Okay, no. Okay, so. Oh yeah, sir.
scientific proof. That's what he's asking.
History is classed as a form. Yeah.
Guys, can I say?
Yeah, go on.
Catch up with you lot on a one-to-one.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Can I say something?
Yeah. Go.
So I'm going to read you.
One question.
What's wrong with this guy?
Oh, please, Nana.
Thank you. So I'm going to read something from a newspaper, the Evening Standard. Yeah.
Appeal to unqualified
Can I finish?
That's what it is.
In London, the Islamic Heritage Research Foundation predicts some 98% of the Kingdom of Saudi's historical and religious sites have been destroyed since 1985. Just months before the Saudi government approved the demolitions, the BBC during its January 2014 podcast, Beyond Belief, Archaeology and Religion, explored just how difficult a job Islamic researchers have in excavating pieces of history from the part of the world. Irene Ria, the podcast host, put the question to Professor Tim Insall, archaeologist, Al-Qasimi, Professor of African Islamic Archaeological at Institute of Arab and Islamic Studies. Mr. Ria asked, the study of archaeology in Islam is quite problematic, like you're saying, because a lot of the evidence has been destroyed because it reeks of idolatry. Professor Insall replied, I would say there are incidents of where this sort of evidence has been destroyed. We had one in Timbuktu where there was some shrine destructions going on, but there are still many shrines surrounding it. I think the issue is to do with the understanding of Islamic practice, that there are different varieties within practice and the overall structure of Islam. This is what I'm going to finish. I'm going to finish. I think where the destruction has taken place, from which we could have learned an immense amount, it is in Saudi Arabia itself. In particular, the great sites of Mecca and Medina. If work has been possibly there, then we would have learned a lot. Both Saudi, Both Saudi and foreign archaeologists have not been able to work, in particularly those two sites, Mecca and Medina, are more generally in Saudi Arabia until the last 10 years or so. These two sites are so sensitive in some ways. There is, for example, in Mecca, immense rebuilding that is going on that must be destroying the archaeological record. So this is an academic, as you said. He specializes in archaeology in the Islamic world.
One second. Let me control this a bit. Nana, you ask a question. Come here for. Sorry, Mana.
I'm going to circle back.
I'll be circling back.
Nana, don't listen. Nana, as a historian, this approach to only use history as archaeology. One second. Only archaeology. No, let me speak, please. Archaeology, yeah.
I didn't get a chance to respond.
Oh, go on, respond. Go on, respond.
No, I'm going to circle back because I've got to speak to these guys as well. But what I will say is this, the same sort of like, in academia, and I know, because when I was reading history as an undergraduate, the conversations that were going on about how to substantiate evidence, if you're going to build a whole belief system on the idea of a particular city But then when you go to that particular city and you conduct any sort of historical research, there's no historical evidence, there's no archaeological
No, who said
evidence.
that?
Well,
Who said that?
Alexander the Great.
No,
They
no,
travelled all
no,
the way
no,
up
no,
there.
you made a claim.
There was no water.
No, you made a claim. You made a claim there. You made a claim. Now prove that claim that there is no evidence.
There have been no
Making a
sites.
statement.
Huh?
It was just a statement.
Huh? Okay, yeah. One second. Like Ghana exists. When was the first mention of Ghana?
I wouldn't be able to
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't mean that there is no evidence. I'm saying that
somebody
I
else
don't
can
have
tell
it.
you.
One
Somebody
second.
else
Yeah,
can
I
tell
know
you,
this
just
is
not me.
exactly what I said, but you rejected. Joseph of Arameia. One
you said
second.
you don't-
One
you're
second,
very
Nana.
learned guy. You know your stuff.
Joseph of Arameus. Show me where Arameus is.
All right,
Do you believe in the burial of Jesus? Be honest.
I'll need to.
Do you believe in the burial of Jesus? And is this a crux matter of Christianity?
Hold on a second. We're changing the
No,
topic here.
no. I'm showing you the flow in methodology. No,
I
Nana.
came to ask you
I
about-
know, Nana, but please follow me.
Brother, listen,
Nana,
listen.
but please
One
follow
second,
me.
1 second.
Please follow me.
I asked you about archaeological evidence and the first mention of archaeological
Mecca,
evidence
yeah.
for Mecca, the first mention of Mecca. The first mention of Mecca, historically speaking, is 741 AD.
I dispute that.
That's it.
Yeah,
And
Mecca is in the
hold
Bible
on,
as well,
and then-
in the Old Testament.
And then I said archaeological evidence. You said the only archaeological evidence you know of is the Kaaba. And I said, okay,
Yeah,
I'll leave it there
yes,
for now.
yeah,
I
but
will come
what I'm
back.
saying now,
Today,
Nana,
I will come back.
no, but Nana, what I'm saying is your method is flawed. Nana,
So I'm
listen,
gonna circle back.
listen, one
Please,
second, one
bro.
second, no,
I'm gonna
one
circle
second.
back.
You asked me a question, I should be Joseph of Arameus. Okay, I will present it, okay. Joseph of Arameus, yeah, this is a person from the Sanhedrin who they say condemned Jesus to death. And they say that when Jesus died, this is what the Christians say, Joseph of Arameus, who we don't know his history, he pops into the story and he buries Jesus. However, scholars have said that this Arameus, it makes no sense. We don't know where Arameus is. So who is this figure? He serves no purpose. We don't know nothing before and we don't know anything after. His only purpose for having his name in the Gospels is the burial of Jesus. That's the only thing. And the burial of Jesus is needed to say that Jesus died. And they need to say that Jesus died because that's the crux of the Christians' belief. So using his methodology, his whole religion, it breaks down. So what's good for the geese is good for the gander. If he can say that's Islam, or me rather, it's my inequity, and I don't have a problem with saying I don't know, this is part of man. If someone comes to me and asks me about the archaeology of India or Bangladesh, I don't know. I'm not a historian, I'm not concerned about it. If historians don't contend this issue, I'm not going to contend it. Do you understand? No one contends the sky is blue. You won't hear people arguing about it. People don't argue about things, or people argue about things which are contended. People don't argue about things which are not contended. So I don't have a problem with saying I don't know. Likewise, he would have to show us the judges in the Bible, the kings in the Bible, all of the lands in the Bible, archaeology evidence of cherubims and dragons and all of this in the Bible. He won't be able to do so. So his methodology, it just crumbles and his whole religion takes him down with him. But he wants to use that standard against Islam. Anyway, the angels, they said to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, La ilma lana illa ma 'allamtana. Subhanaka la ilma lana illa ma 'allamtana. Oh, glory to you, Allah. We don't have any knowledge except that which you teach us. Jazak Allah Khair. You're saying something?
I just want to say what I read out, because he talked about academia. He said academia, academia, academia. And when I quoted Professor Tim Insall, archaeologist, and Al-Qasimi, professor of African and Islamic archaeology at the Institute of Arab and Islamic Studies, and I quoted to him why there is no archaeological record and the reason behind it, he didn't respond.
He didn't.
His response was, I want to circle round. He didn't address the point. He said a fallacy. He said there have been archaeological digs and there is a lack of evidence. False. There have not been archaeological digs. False. They have not. That's what I say.
Can I say something, please?
No, we're not here to debate. Yeah.
You talked about Jesus.
No.
I have a right to answer you here.
Go down there and
I
pray.
have a right
Go down there and pray.
Joseph of Arimathea.
I'm not going to engage with this
You
guy.
talk about Joseph of Arimathea. Show me from the
Where is our lawyer? Where is our lawyer? Where is our lawyer?
where
Where is our lawyer?
Don't get straight
you
answers.
are a
Who?
You
Shia.
won't get straight answers.
I know.
Muslim is a Shia. Muslim is a Sunni. Show